Everyone. My name is Jason. I'm here from Experiences in Channeling, and I'm here to, just bring a little summer message for today. I haven't been able to come on for the past week or so. I've been feeling a little under the weather, not sick or anything like that, but just the energies have been so intense recently that just to do normal everyday things just takes so much energy that I wasn't really able to come on. Very intense times that we're living in. But I feel that the intensity has kind of abated a bit. It's not as intense now, and I feel a little bit more able to function. So nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. In the background, you see my site. There's a link below if you want to check it out. I offer a few different things: spiritual guidance, sound healing sessions. We have a light worker community, and I also offer Beyond Quantum Healing, which was pioneered by Candace Goldman, based on the ideas of Dolores Cannon. And so, if you're interested in that, if you join the Lightworker group, we have a archives, and we have 2 meetings a month, and we also have sound baths. One of which I'm still working on the sound bath for last month, so sorry guys. Still working, still trying to get it done. I have different offerings here. If you're interested, you can check that out. So yeah, everything's there. And this is the good old yin and yang symbol. And this is always just as a reminder to have in the back of your mind at all times, remembering that everything that you see outside of yourself, and you think, oh, this is not a good thing, or this is whatever you think it is, this is the nature of our reality. Everything has both of these sides within them. We are living in a third dimension. This is an illusory dimension, but it seems to be very, very real. And everything operates under the rule within this idea of separation, these yin and the yang, the 2 different sides, this side and that side. And so everything that you see, you think could be, oh, this is such a bad thing, or this is such a good thing. Everything has both sides to it, and understanding that allows you to go into the middle path so that you're able to understand, okay, so everything has that to it, but you don't have to, you are not a part of this symbol. You are one with God. And so being one with God, you're not a part of the third dimension. You're just having an experience here, but you're not a part of it. And so as you're not a part of it, you can walk this neutral path, seeing everything playing out, but not jumping into all the polarities and all the emotions that are involved. So yeah, so that's my introduction for today. So what I'd like to talk about, excuse me, I'm going to just go into a channeling, and we're going to talk about what's the message for the summer. Now, just an interesting thing I wanted to bring up, and probably YouTube's going to get all upset with me, so I'll have to talk about it in veiled language as usual. But I was shopping at the drugstore, looking for, there's this old Chinese, or you can say Japanese remedy. It's like a cold remedy, and it's this powder that you just kind of take, and that it helps you when you feel like you're catching a cold, or when you see a lot of people around you catching colds or coughing. You just take it, and it helps you not to catch a cold. And it's called Ryukaksan. And they actually brought down one of my videos because I was talking about it, so I guess I can't really talk about it. But anyway, I was looking for it, and then I was at the store, and so I live in Japan, so I was next to the Ryukaksan. There was this packet of cigarettes, and I looked up and it says, like cold remedies. And I thought, that's weird. There's a pack of cigarettes in the cold remedies, and I picked up the pack of cigarettes. It's called Neo Cedar. And I was looking at it and said, it's a cough expectorant. I guess it helps you to get out all the cough. And so they put a lot of tar in it and just a little bit of nicotine. And I just thought it was so funny that I had to buy it. I mean, come on. Like, in what other country would you find a pack of cigarettes in the cough remedies? It's just like, I gotta get this. And it turns out that it's not made out of tobacco leaves. It's made out of parsimon leaves, dried parsimon leaves, and then they have like licorice and then a few other things in there. And anyway, just thought it was really funny. So that's completely unrelated, but really interesting things you find. Hey, Kathy. Oh, welcome, welcome. Long time no see. So you say, I'm not a part of this symbol. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think, yeah, that's exactly right. We're not a part of that. We're so much more than that. Now, July 5th, today's July 5th, 2025, and this was the day that was predicted. There was a Japanese manga or Japanese anime artist or manga artist who predicted the big incident that happened in 2011 here, and she also predicted that something big would happen today on July 5th, 2025. I don't know how long ago she predicted it, but um, if you look on the cover of the manga, there is someone doing this, and if you know what that means, you know what that means. And so when I saw that, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt, because whenever anyone does that symbol, it is a symbol. Yeah, if you know, you know, right? But it's so. Someone has been privy to information. So basically what I think was happening was that all of these things that are happening on our planet are um, being instigated by beings that don't have creativity. They can't create things themselves. We as humans have really, really powerful creative abilities, and we can create anything out of anything. And just by our thoughts, we can create things. And so, if some date is out there in the mass media and everyone's focusing on the date, that has a lot of power to it. And up until this point, things they could, we're basically creating all this stuff that we think is happening outside of us, all of these things that we don't want. We don't want wars. We don't want all of these different things happening. But it is our energy that's being used to create all of these things. So for example, war energy. Every time we're angry at someone, every time we're kind of having an argument with someone in our mind, we're generating that energy, and then that's just siphoned off. And we're okay. We're going to use that for the next war. You know. So yeah, we're creating it. We are very creative beings, and we have to reclaim that. It's like, nope, not taking that. That's mine. I'm turning it into love. And so I think July 5th, 2025 was a part of that. Like I said, with that, the symbol that that person made represents the symbol. That's the symbol that people who are not very creative make to say that they're in that same group of not very creative people that want to make us create something, but we're not going to create it. So yeah, so that's that. But here in Japan, like the news has been going nuts about it. They've been talking about it all. They have all these specials, and then I even heard like some kids here, like they were talking because I guess on their social media, it's being plugged too, and they're really afraid. And that I think is that they crossed the line for to make the kids like upset. Just what are you guys trying to do? Well, exactly, that is what they're trying to do. But it was supposed to happen at 4 a.m. this morning. Nothing happened. We at this moment we do have a lot of earthquakes that are happening in an island down a Japanese island that's on the south part of Japan, and yeah, and so but that's what's happening here. Again, the energies are very high, and but I'd like to just go into a channeling. I myself am not really worried. I'm not concerning myself with it, but it makes me upset when these things make other people upset, like that the people, you know that yeah, not that the people are upset that but people would make other people up. It just, yeah, but it is what it is. It is the yin and yang. We're in that world, but it's just like, why? I there are many things in this world I don't understand, and so, but yeah. So I'm going to go into a channeling, and I'm going to ask them. So for the summer message for 2025, yeah, what do they have to say about all of these different things? About this July 5th, 2025 thing. In addition to the July 5th, a lot of people from Hong Kong and a lot of Asian countries that were planning on coming to Japan on this day or in this time, they're actually like they canceled their plans because they're so worried that something might happen. But anyway, that, yeah, crazy fear mongering. I'm going to, yeah, but I'm going to go into a channeling. Yeah, what's the summer message? What's going on? What in the world is going on in our world at the moment? So here we go. Greetings, we are Esmeralda, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here. And what we would like to bring forward to all of you is, where in the world are you? Where in the world is your mind at this moment? Where is it that you're going? Where are you going at this moment? What is on your mind all of the time? Where is your mind? There was a period in time when this being was approached by a famous poet. And the poet asked the being, this being in front of you, he said, where is your mind, boy? And this is something that we would ask all of you. Where is your mind? Where are you? Where are you? Because that is where the world is. The world is always where your mind is. You are always where your mind is. It is impossible for you to be anywhere else. So the summer message for all of you is, where do you want to be and where are you now? Where do you want to be and where are you now? And if you want to be somewhere else, all you need to do is change the way that you're looking at the world. Change your mind. All you need to do is change your mind. And we would say, what is happening now in Japan at this moment, the day that he is in, this July 5th, 2025, it is meant to be this monumental day and everything is about to change. But what we would say is that what the creator of this anime was privy to was not necessarily that this was going to happen on this day, but there is an energetic opening for this day. This day is a point. This day is a turning point energetically. And on this day, on these turning point energetically, they are what you might think of as a portal opening, or you might think of just new energy approaching the world. And so if enough people focus this energy, can be positive or negative or neutral. This energy can be charged either way. So if enough people charge this energy in a negative way, then negative things can happen. But what is happening now on your planet is that your planet is already charged positively. It is already on the ascension path. So no matter how much those who are trying to change the path, change it into a negative path, it will not work. It doesn't work. We're not in that frequency anymore on this planet. That frequency is gone. That frequency is gone. So even trying to do that you will fail. It is impossible. That magic that has been used throughout the history of your planet does not work. It does not have its power anymore. The power has been unplugged from that. You are in a positive timeline. And so this is what we would say about this day, though. This day is a marker for this country here. This country contains much power, much energy, and this energy has been covered for a very, very long time, and that is by design. But once the energy is released, the energy will be so powerful, and it will be a very, very important catalyst for change for the rest of the world. The peace that this being talks about, that is part of this planet, part of this country that he lives in, is part of that energy. This planet contains the seeds of past civilizations. That peace that he feels is a seed from that civilization. And once the veil that has been placed around this country is opened, then there will be a rush, a massive rush of energy and of this peace energy flowing throughout all of the ley lines. At this moment, it is preserved, it is kept within this place that he is in, this country that he is in. But once the veil has been lifted from this place, and that is what this July 5th is. It is the release of this veil, the beginning, though. This is a process, as all things are process. Nothing, as you say on your planet, Rome was not built in a day. And it is similar to this. This is the beginning point of this opening. This is an opening of Japan, and you will start to see more and more of Japan in the news, because that will bring about the energy for all of you as well. The more that you hear about this country, the more that it will enter your minds, and it will enter the mass consciousness, and that peace will be able to flow more and more. So that is what is happening, and that is what's happening on this planet. But the magic, those who are trying to create the magic to tune things in a negative path, negative way, they will fail. They will fail miserably. All right. Good. It's good to hear. I mean, but yeah. I mean, sorry, not to be not to jump into a polarity, but I would rather the positive timeline prevail. Um, there you go. Now you know what side I want to be on. But so yeah, so and of course, I want love to prevail. I want happiness to prevail. I want us all to be at peace. And so this makes sense though. That's good. I'd be really, really happy that if this veil from Japan starts to be released. And I feel the stuff that's been happening in the news recently, I don't know if it's been, there's a Japan Keizai Shimbun, the economic newspaper. They released an article recently that, Japan has been, I don't even know how much I can talk about this, but anyway, there's something that China has been importing into America, and it's a very dangerous thing. It starts with an F, and turns out it's been from my city, the city that I live in. Actually, they have been exporting it, which is nuts, which is crazy. So this thing has been exported. We know it's been exported from China into Mexico or Canada and goes into America, and it causes a lot of people are dying from it. But it just came out that there's, from the port in my town, they've been shipping it, which is unbelievable. So I think this is part of it, that things are starting to open up. And the town that I live in too is a very central part. My guides have been telling me that there, as a lot of Japan is veiled, but yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go into too much of that, but yeah, we're about to see some interesting times, I think. And yeah, so Kathy, wow, Portal Day, yay, Portal Day, exactly, yeah. So it's a day, it's a beginning of something, just like 2012 was a beginning of something, just like all of like 2020 was a beginning of something. It's a process. We're all in a process, and we tend to kind of focus on one day. This day, this is going to happen. It's like, no, no, no. This is a part of the process, and I think it helps us to view it that way, because in our third dimension, we tend to think, on next Monday, this has to be finished, and this has to be finished, and we're going by our calendar system, which is just, the calendar system is not real. And so rather than going by that, we should just understand the process. We're going in a process, and we are co-creating this reality as a process, and that it takes time. So yeah, anyway, that's my my thing for today. I hope you guys are all hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all soon. And as they say, or as they don't say, go beach. And yeah, so ciao for now. Thanks, Kathy, for joining in. And yeah, ciao.